everybody. Episode 60. Episode 60 of the Erick and Brad Show. erickandbradshow@gmail.com. erickandbradshow@gmail.com. You can follow on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I think Pandora, a bunch of other places. And we're back for the 60th time. 60 years. It's almost the number for time to retire. And in honor of Pride Month, I'll let you know my pronouns. And my pronouns are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. You know, sometimes Y. How's it going, man?
Fantastic. It's a beautiful day. No tornadoes. Yeah, dude, fucking rain doesn't exist in Oregon anymore. It's pretty awesome. It's just
drought time?
It's been beautiful. Yeah, all spring. We haven't gotten any rain. It's weird how little rain we've gotten.
That is weird.
And it is beautiful. It's like already it's 9 a.m. and it's already like in the 80s here. It's fucking just awesome. Don't get no better.
Yeah. It's warm. It's a fucking warm one this summer so far. And you know, with everywhere that's so dry and hot, can we please just for 1 year just skip the fireworks?
Whoa. No.
Well, first of all, here they've already banned fireworks this year because of the fire warning or whatever, because it's so dry. So they're banned. I'm pretty sure. I'm 75% sure they're banned for this year.
Isn't there like no trees in North Dakota?
No, it's just fields, dry fields.
They're just scared of brush fires or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because not a lot of rain.
Okay. Yeah, no,
but people aren't going to follow the law. They're just going to shoot them off fucking drunkenly fucking poof.
Especially in North Dakota.
Yeah. Fucking maniacs.
Yeah. I love 4th of July, though. Oh, man. Even like the city ones, you want to skip those, or you just mean drunken fireworks?
Oh, I don't know.
If it was up to you, would you cancel like the...
Yeah.
All of it? God,
yeah,
you're such a fucking Scrooge McDuck.
Dude, you've seen one firework. You've seen one firework. You've seen them all. Plus, there's about 1 billion firework shows on YouTube. So sit on the couch with the fam and fucking...
dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Put it on full screen and you watch your fireworks show. Ooh. Turn the volume up.
Ooh, yeah. That's so dumb.
Exactly.
That's so dumb.
Whatever, dude.
Dude, you are fucking Scrooge McDuck. You know that? Fucking
I'm not saying...
Fast forward 20 years, 30 years, and you're humbug. You're going to be kicking fucking Christmas carolers. You're going to be like, why didn't you just get online and fucking sing Christmas carols, you pieces of shit? Get off my lawn!
Fucking... I'm not anti-4th of July or anti-American, right? I'm just anti-fireworks. They're fucking pointless.
I remember. Do you remember doing this last year? Because you were doing the whole flag code, wasn't it? Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was your 4th of July episode. Was flag code? I think I remember you talking all about flag code. Yeah, I'm already halfway checked out. Fucking pretty excited to go on this vacation. Pretty excited for 4th of July. Fucking.
So, are you currently on vacation?
No, I got 5 days left, and then I'm out.
Gotcha.
But shit, dude, all last week it was. Yeah, I'm just checking the clock every fucking 5 minutes. Like, fuck, we're almost out of here. Let's fucking wrap this shit up. Let's get out. I can't wait. So I have a public service announcement to throw out there. I had to try it because they've been advertising the shit out of it on podcasts, I hear, everywhere. The Liquid I.V. Have you ever tried that shit? And I'm sure you've heard of it.
You go somewhere and pay?
No. I want to go do that because IVs are fucking amazing. But, no, Liquid IV. It's like a emergency type thing. You haven't heard them advertise that shit? It's fucking... I hear it on podcasts 24/7.
I don't listen to a lot of podcasts anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, I am, dude, strongly suggesting that's the best hangover cure I've ever had. I shouldn't be sitting here right now doing this episode with you. I should be in bed puking right now. And that shit is a miracle. I'm pretty fucking happy. Drank one glass of water with that Liquid IV last night, then woke up at like 5 a.m., drank one of that. Fucking crawled out of bed at 6:45, feeling fucking great. And I drank a lot of alcohol. I was well over 18 beers last night. I should have felt like shit.
Booze hound can't put his booze down.
Yeah, the older I get, the fucking worse the hangovers are. And anybody, if y'all are a little bit drinkers, get some of that Liquid IV. Sell it at Costco. Yeah, I'm into it. This shit's amazing.
Interesting.
Yep. I know
So
that's
you
not a
were
Brad
drunk
problem.
Yeah, no. Drunkenly at like 2 a.m. pounding Liquid IV.
Yep.
Jesus.
And eating hot peppers out of a can. Pounding
Oh.
that. Hot peppers.
In the dark?
In the dark. Yeah. By myself.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Just fucking muttering. I don't care if there's a ghost. Fuck you, ghost.
You want a hot pepper ghost? That's my life.
Goodness.
Yeah. So what's up?
So
Throw it at me.
Turns out, so this tornado thing about last week, I have more.
Oh my God, are we fucking back on tour? You talked about. I had to edit half of that out, and we still talked about it for a fucking half an hour.
This tornado physically around here is gone, but up here it's still alive.
My God.
In my brain. Okay?
Why didn't we just do a rerun episode? It would have saved us a whole goddamn day.
So, turns out there was hail damage to my car. My car got a good amount of hail damage. Which is weird. It's just a bunch of little bumps all over the hood and the roof of the car. And it's like, seriously? And it's kind of something I feel like you don't see until you see, and then once you see it, you can't not see it. Because just walking by the car, you wouldn't notice it. But then once you noticed it, you can't stop noticing it. And I looked it up, and it's like, yeah, nobody's going to buy a car with hail damage. And it's about $30 to $50 per bump to fix. So it turns out most hail damage repair costs about $3,000. And I'm like, this is so stupid. So
well, you can put it on insurance, yeah? Or you just deal with it?
I already did a claim or whatever. I just got to go get a quote and get it fixed now. But
I hate that shit.
I know. Even my insurance was like, wow, it looks like a lot of people are filing claims in that area lately. You guys must have got hit hard. Like, yeah. Yeah, we got hit hard.
Man, that sounds like a really good conversation. I love conversations like that. Like, yeah, we got hit hard. But fuck, any excuse for you to talk about a tornado and you'll have a fucking boner. You'll be like, that's your goddamn tornado over here, fucking.
Yeah, it's like, no. A lot of people didn't get. It's just me. It's just my car that got fucking hail damage. Yeah. And then, like I told you, I got people coming over to look at siding and roofing and dealing with all this fucking construction bullshit.
Why are you dealing with
my
this?
God.
You're a renter. You shouldn't have to be dealing with about anything.
Well, I want to be the one to deal with it. I want to be the contact for the people, so I can tell them, no, you can't work this day. Come over. You can come this day. So I don't just roll home and a bunch of people are working. I want to be in the loop. You know what I mean?
Okay. You're one of those people. Okay.
Yeah. So more control, the better. And then I'm in a well, this is a side note. I'm starting like a full blown yard competition with my neighbor. And he doesn't know it, but I'm right now, like how I'm fixing up the front yard and stuff and investing time in it. I'm smoking his ass right now. You know what I mean? And this is something he knows. I'm just smoking him, but the lady next to me is putting the whole street to shame. So I'm going to try to get as close as possible to her in front lawn, quality, but I'm not going to reach her. She's a fucking master, but I'm going to try to get close. but it's on like Donkey Kong this summer.
Dude, you're really talking my speed. Fucking
Yeah.
I've been so into this shit. Yesterday, fucking all day, all I did was yard work. Feels fucking great.
I'm planting grass. I'm going and pricing out rocks and stuff.
You were
store.
way late on the planting of the grass. You should have been fucking.
I planted a month ago, but I'm still nurturing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Like sod or seed?
Like seed.
Seed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The backyard's fucked, but the front yard is gonna get way up there in quality. The backyard is a lost cause, but who cares about the backyard? Nobody sees it. You know.
I hear you hacking, but it's there. You know it's there. And
I know it's there, but my priority is on just one part.
Okay. I love keeping up with the Joneses. I have the same deal. I have a neighbor right next to me that, she doesn't work. She's retired. And so
exactly.
fucking, she just sits there all day and fucks around her garden, and it's fucking awesome looking. Their garden's so dope.
Yeah. The lady next to me that's putting everyone to shame. That's all she does. So with this tornado thing, it was like a couple days before that storm. There was a little storm, and I saw people online yelling at each other, saying that the storm didn't bring enough rain because of the planes seeding the clouds, and I'm like, huh? And they're like, yeah, and they're like, they seeded the clouds over Montana before they got here, and they fucked us out of a bunch of rain that we needed. And other people are like, yeah, it's good that they did it though. And other people are like, no, fuck the cloud seeding. And I'm like, they're cloud seeding? And it's just they're talking about planes like flying above the weather, dropping stuff on the rain clouds and like seeding them. And they do it in order to suppress hail. And they're saying they don't do it to take away rain and like dry the clouds out. They're doing it to break up the hail into rain. But a bunch of people, and there's like some counties in the United States that do it and some that don't. Like it's a controversial thing, like this cloud seeding shit.
I've never heard of this.
I hadn't heard of it either. It's fucking really strange, and I didn't do a lot of research. But then before that tornado, they're like, yeah, planes are over Montana right now. They're seeding them. And I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, seed those motherfuckers. But most people here, as you can imagine, are like, fuck the clouds, no cloud seeding. The stuff they're dropping is mind control devices, and it's getting in our water supply and stuff like that. But I'm like, and I'm posting on there, I'm like, no, keep seeding them. I'm pro weather modification. Whatever you can modify. And they're not. All it's trying to do is, of course, people think it's like some chemtrail conspiracy, but all they're trying to do is break up the hail, I guess, and turn the hail into rain, because apparently they can get it down. They can reduce the hail amount by like 45% by cloud seeding.
Huh?
It's very weird.
I've never heard of this, and part of me feels like you're doing a very elaborate fucking hoax on me, trying to trick me, because I feel like any second now you're gonna be like, you fucking idiot, you believed all that shit. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it was pretty convincing.
No, you can fucking look it up, god damn it. But I'm just pro cloud seeding when most people around here aren't.
I could see that.
Sounds like a terrible job. I don't know, because you got to take off and land at some point, and while there's storms happening and lightning and shit. But once you're up there, you're probably just floating around above the clouds, just fucking hitting a button, dropping whatever, some sort of chemical. They said half of it's like dry ice, and the other half is like silver iodide or something, which I don't know what that is. But they're doing it to break up the hail. I'm pro. I don't see why. It's kind of a shocker, and I think it should be an embarrassment to humans that we can't control the weather 100% at this point. You can put a man on the moon, but you can't figure out how to control the weather. Like, it doesn't seem that hard to do. We should have done it by now. We can send video through the sky and go to the moon and shoot a Tesla into space, but you can't control the weather. You can't stop a hurricane. It's like, or maybe you can. Maybe we've mastered it 50 years ago, and they're just They're just sending the weather around however they want to. Seems like something we should have been able to do by now.
Just sending tornadoes up to North Dakota. That's what they're doing. Fucking.
Yeah, people are like, why do they want to play God? No more cloud seeding. And I'm like telling them, fuck you, seed them. Modify that shit. Can you do anything about the wind or the fucking cold? Drop some shit on us for that. I don't know.
I hear you hacking. I like where your
Thank
head's
you.
at. I like where your head's at. I disagree, but I like where you're going.
What do you mean you disagree?
I disagree with a few things there.
Playing God?
No, I don't really care about that. I disagree with your disposition on, or thinking that we should control weather. You know, not into that part. Not into that
I'm
part.
into it.
And I don't think it would be very easy to control weather. That sounds pretty bananas.
It's like if you can figure out how to climate control like a warehouse, you should be able to figure out how to climate control a planet.
Just a giant
It's
AC
just-
unit, just stacked to the moon.
Yeah.
With a little wire coming down to the earth. Fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
like it.
stupid.
I like
Yeah,
it.
we're not living in the future yet. We're living in fucking prehistoric times where you're a victim to the weather.
Shiza. There was did you hear about that Olympian girl that fucking failed her drug test? Did you hear that?
No.
So there's an Olympian girl, and it's funny because now I'm starting to hear it on like national things, but she's from Beaverton, or well, this happened in Beaverton.
Is she a tennis player?
No, she's a track person. I think she holds like a few world records. Like I don't know track at all. 1500 and I don't know what any of that shit means, but I think she holds a record. And she just got kicked out of the Olympic because I guess they're doing like trials or however that works. Like, and she just tested positive for steroids or some shit like that. And they kicked her out of it, and she's like super pissed because she's, like a favorite, and not happy. And she's here, right here in Beaverton. I'm sure it probably has something big to do with Nike, why this happened in Beaverton. But she's blaming it on taco trucks. Blaming it on the taco trucks. She's like, damn Mexican food gave me fucking steroids in my burrito, and I failed the goddamn thing. She's like, I'm not on drugs. Blaming the Mexicans.
Jesus.
Supposedly the story is that there's like
that's bullshit.
There's like this pig intestine or some shit, or like pig part that actually can have this steroid in it. Like, it's not a bullshit argument.
Uh-huh.
And she said she went to this taco truck and they were obviously putting this pig intestine in her pork burrito and blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibility, because Mexicans do like to use a lot of crazy animal parts. They're all about head and whatever, tripe, whatever you can throw into, blah, blah, blah. I just think it's a funny argument. It's like, no, it was a burrito. There's a burrito down at fucking Eli's rolling fucking taco truck. Fucked me out of the Olympics. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I'm not buying it either. She's fucking.
They're like,
right
you
now.
failed your test. You failed your test. She's like, it was the burrito.
It was a
How'd you know
burrito.
that so quickly? Yeah. It's like the poppy seed muffins testing for positive for
opium.
Opium.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you fail, lady.
You fail.
That sucks.
Yeah. So, and then right along with that is I'm on steroids now. I'm roided up. Roided up, son. Roided up. And I'll tell you, roid rage is real, bud. It's fucking real. I've been getting real hormonal the last few fucking days.
Wait. So are you... You're not taking steroids.
I am taking hardcore steroids right now.
You're supposed to take steroids and work out.
No, that's
not just sit around
that's
drinking.
not how it works.
Yeah, it is.
No. You drink. You watch. I'm gonna get huge. No, I hurt my shoulder like 2 weeks ago, and it's just been bugging me. And then finally it came to a fucking head on like Tuesday. And I just went to a doctor and was like, dude, I could barely lift my arm. I was having trouble sleeping. And then so he fucking dosed me up with some anti-inflammatory shit, this like hardcore anti-inflammatory pill, but it has steroids in it. And then gave me some like hardcore ibuprofen or whatever. But he was telling me, and he was not wrong. He's like, this shit's pretty hardcore. He's like, you'll get pretty hormonal on this. He's like, so just relax and be calm with people. And I fucking, about every day, there's at least one point in a day where I'm like, whoa. Like, you just went a little too hardcore right there. Going a little aggro right now on people.
Really?
Yeah, but they're trying to, like, rebuild my shoulder, like, strengthen my shoulder up so that it stops hurting. I don't know. I just hear Olympian, and then I'm like, well, I'm almost an Olympian, so I guess that's valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so,
crazy.
got that going for me.
So when you're mad, you're blaming it on the roids.
I'm blaming it on the roids. Yeah. Yeah. It's really not fun. I can't wait to stop being to be done with these pills. They give me they just fuck everything up. My stomach's all fucked up. Fucking heartburn, nonstop heartburn. And then the irritability is weird. I get incredibly dealing with the kid is hard because I'll catch myself. I'll just be like about ready to snap and just be like, whoa.
It brings
Jesus,
that snapping point down a little bit.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all roided out.
All roided out.
Interesting.
Yep. And so I don't know. These things just keep dragging on to the next thing to me. But then this reminds me, and it's funny that this is something I'd thought about. I don't know why I was talking about it or thinking about it throughout the week. I don't know what the relevance was. And I hope I haven't told this story before, but now all these things kind of tie into each other. Is when I was fucking 17, maybe 18, I don't know, right in there, like right at the end of the high school. I went to this kid's house, and I won't say any names because it's not legit, but I'm over at this.
Idaho?
Yeah, this is in Idaho, and I'm at this kid's house. For some reason, I may have told this story on here before, but I don't think I have. And so we're in Idaho. We're hanging out at this kid's house, just normal high school shit. We go like four of us, four dudes, and we're just like hanging out at this dude's house. And his parents are gone, and he fucking gives me a Red Bull, and I didn't think anything of it. And he just gives me this Red Bull, and I drink this Red Bull, and then we're just hanging out and going through the night, and then we drive to Pizza Hut, and everyone's acting really weird, and they're all staring at me, and they're all just and the one kid is he's staring at me. He's like, how you doing? I'm like, what? Yeah, so these fucking dudes drugged the shit out of me in this Red Bull.
So it was open when he gave it to you?
Yeah, it was open when he gave it to me. And I don't know. I just didn't even think about it. He did I don't really want that. You want this thing? And I'm like, yeah, sure. Blah, blah, blah. And just fucking drank it, just being a dumb fucking kid. And I never noticed that there was anything in it. But it's been so long, I can't remember everything. I know that there was tranquilizers in it. He'd got, I don't know where he'd gotten all these fucking pills from. But he crushed up all these fucking pills and then dumped them in this thing and gave it to me. And I was fucking gone. We went to Pizza Hut, and then it hit hard, and I couldn't set up right. I just fucking slouching everywhere. And yeah, everyone's like, dude, are you all right? And I'm just like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then Damn. Looking back at it, I was like, I'll fucking kill this kid. You know what I mean? Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You fucking, are you serious? You don't know what you're doing. You're just some dumbass little kid. You could have fucking killed me. You know what I mean? Fucking just crushing pills up and fucking giving them to me, thinking it's funny.
Yeah. You could have had a heart condition or something weird.
Yeah. Could have fucking died.
Dumb fuck.
And then
That's not cool to
it was not
people.
cool. It was not cool to dose people. Don't be dosing people. Next PSA. No dosing. So, yeah, I mean, that's really it. That's just that story.
I was at these people's house one time, and we were we got really high. And then they broke out this little bottle of eye drops. And it was weird, and it's probably something you've seen before, but it was this eye drop like a Visine, but it wasn't it wasn't the shape of a Visine. It was different. It was like circular, and it didn't have any labels on it. And they were like, "Here, you should use these in your eyes." And I was like, And they were like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Your eyes are really red, dude. Like, you should use these." And I'm like, "No, I'm not using those." I'm like, "I don't know what's in that. It could be acid or something." And they're like, and everybody starts laughing, like rolling on the floor laughing and shit. And they're like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Dude, just you don't want to use it?" And I'm like, No, I'm not using it, dude. I don't know what's in there. And it was really weird, but everyone thought it was hilarious. But I was like, I'm not putting that in my eyes.
Yeah.
I thought I was being dosed.
I don't know why I can't think. I know what you're talking about. It was a brand of eye drops, right? The ones that burn really bad that all the stoners were using.
Yes.
I don't know why I can't fucking think of it.
There's no label on it. There was
they
no
ripped
writing
the label
on the
off or whatever.
Yeah, maybe, but I was like, no, I'm not using that.
No, I agree with you.
Like...
I won't use other people's eye drops. Fuck no. Like, it ain't
Really?
fucking happening. I don't know. It's just a weird... It's like... I'm not putting anything in my eye that's not... I don't know. I'm weird. Fucking don't touch my eyes. Like...
Yeah.
I don't know. If I would never... I guarantee you, unless it's like my mom...
Yeah.
I've never accepted eye drops from anybody. Fuck that. I ain't doing that.
I have. I mean, I have when I recognize the bottle, but I didn't recognize the bottle, and I just got a feeling. I was like, no,
I don't know.
I'm not using it.
This isn't even a dosing thing. I don't know. That's just something to me that you don't share with people. I don't know. That's like you go get. If I want eye drops, which I never do. I haven't used eye drop. At work, I'll do it with the fucking eye things. If I get something in my eye, like that, I'll do. But it's like I have to do something. But like, I don't know. Why?
Yeah.
Who the fuck has eye drops? It's just such a weird thing to have. Like,
well, I have eye drops in, I think, both vehicles and my bathroom.
you have
Contacts?
Yeah. Okay, so that's different. I don't have contacts, so
different.
There's literally no reason for me to ever have eye drops. Why would I want eye drops?
Because if the wind is too intense, it'll like dry your damn contacts out. Or if you like take a nap and then wake up again with your contacts in, then it's like really painful and you just need some eye drops. So that's why I have them. But I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I get it. I forget that you have glasses or impaired eyes, not perfect eyes. Less quality eyes than the rest of us.
Yeah. Yesterday I was like, I was with someone and I said I should have been a pilot, and they're like, "Don't you need good vision for that?" And I was like, "Do you?" I was like, "Well, shit, if you do, maybe my dreams of being a pilot are in the wind."
Do you need? I don't think you need good vision.
I don't
to be a
know.
pilot.
Right.
I don't think
I have no idea.
Don't they like fly themselves? Don't you just
they fucking
Don't you just
they
kind of read some instruments and like,
Yeah. It's fucking easy as shit is what it is.
It is. I know. What else you got for me?
So I went to Minot yesterday, which is a city 2 hours from here.
Yeah,
east.
you've talked about Minot. That's where the mall's at.
Yeah, and I went to a store called Hobby Lobby, and I bought a painting or a thing. I bought a thing. It was like a framed. It was a framed, like a recreation of a newspaper article of the moon landing, and it was framed, and it was $15. I'm like, I'm buying this. Like, man lands on moon, and like with the date, and it's like a newspaper cover. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. So I was standing in the checkout line, and I was wearing my Pink Floyd t-shirt, and I was standing in the checkout line, but I was waiting for the line to move, and I never just stand still. I'm always like sort of turning in a circle or just walking around. I'm like, can't stand still. And I didn't notice there's a guy behind me. So I'm like turning completely around, and then I like look at him, and he's looking at me, and it's like this old guy with like longer gray hair. And he's like, "I like your shirt." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, man." And I'm like, "Nice." And then I turned back around, and I'm like, that was weird. I didn't know there was someone behind me. And then, I realized, I'm like, oh, it's kind of weird. I'm buying a fucking thing of the moon landing while I'm wearing a Dark Side of the Moon shirt. So I turned back around, and I show it to him, and I'm like, yeah, it's weird. I'm wearing this shirt and buying this. And he's looking at the thing I'm buying, and he's like, oh, yeah. He's like, you know, it's crazy when they landed on it, they landed kind of hard. And for 40 minutes after they landed, the astronauts could hear this ringing and ringing and ringing because it's hollow. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, damn, that is crazy. And I'm like, yeah. And they say that they they landed on it, but they didn't record it. So then they came back and faked the footage, even though they did land on it. It was actually fake footage. He's like, yeah, I don't believe that. And I'm like, all right, well, you threw out a crazy theory, so I wanted to fucking match it with a crazy theory, but I guess you're right and I'm wrong.
He's saying that
it's fucking hollow.
That the moon's hollow?
Yeah.
And then you throw that one at him, and he's like, wow, okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm like, well, okay, whatever, man. Thanks.
That's
Whatever.
funny.
It was fucking weird. Yeah, so, hey, maybe some bell rang for 40 minutes, like if you're hitting like a fucking bell. Bing! Because it's hollow.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever fucking heard in my life.
Whatever. It was weird. It was a fucking weird moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I believe one or the other, but I just thought of a crazy theory. It was just some weird moon
Do you ever
talk
go
in the middle
down
of fucking Hobby Lobby.
Do you ever go down like the weird rabbit holes and on YouTube of conspiracy theories, like the flat Earth one's always a fucking good one to go down?
Oh, I watched a whole documentary on flat Earth.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
One popped up on TikTok the other day, and I kind of liked his argument. I was like, I like where you're going with this, but this is just bananas. This is so bananas.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. People are so dumb. Like, I don't know, when you watch that shit, it's like, how? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you get people talking about the moon fucking ringing for 40 minutes. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, what are we fucking talking about right now? Like, we're so fucked. Like, the world's just so fucked. The fact that you just ran into someone and he legitimately said that to you, and then we're trying to solve, like, big problems, but we have people like that walking around. Yeah, we're never going anywhere. This is a fucking sinking ship.
Well, you have people that kill each other if they're like a Bears fan, and they're like, "I'm gonna fucking kill that guy."
And you got that shit going on, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a weird circle.
Don't you ever just like
bullshit.
Not have hope? Because I'm pretty sure I don't have hope. Like once in a while, I'll get a little bit of hope, but then I feel like it's just it's been over. Like I just can't. I don't want to argue with people. You know what I mean? No matter what the topic is politically, blah blah blah. It comes down to I don't think humans are capable of getting past this dumb shit. Talking about the fucking it's crazy. It's crazy talk.
Yeah, it's fun, but it's fun if you know that it's kind of a joke.
Yeah,
like I do.
Yeah, but more on like a serious side.
Yeah,
I honestly, I fucking kind of bummed I'm bringing kids into the world. You know what I mean? It's like, it's pretty scary because I'm not sure exactly what it's going to be like in 20, 30 years. So have fun.
Yeah.
Have fun out there. Fucking, hopefully the economy doesn't collapse before you're 18.
I think it's going to crash soon. Hard.
Yeah?
Hard.
Well, I mean, and that's what everyone's fucking saying. They're saying that the inflation rate's just going to go insane because we just keep printing money and no one's going back to work.
Worse than 2008. And then I was looking, I drove past a Starbucks there, and the Starbucks was like, we close at 11:30 a.m. because of lack of employees, and they were closed. And I was like, how does everything have a lack of employees? Did we run out of people? Did COVID kill so many people that there's not enough employees anymore? I'm like, this is so fucking weird. Did we run out of people? Or do we have,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fucking crazy weird.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
It's going to crash hard. Save your money, people. It's going to be worse than 2008.
Well, but if
Everything's
you
gonna
save your
correct.
money and it fucking the inflation thing's all true, your money's fucking it's just attacking your money.
I mean, it's better
You
to
may
better
you
to
may
have
be
some
right
than
with your
nothing.
you might be right with your crypto thing. Crypto might be
Yeah.
one of the safest things you could get into.
Yeah, it's true. The worse the economy gets, the more people are gonna like crypto.
Well, that's the
And it's
beautiful thing. That is one of the beautiful things about crypto. Is the problem with currencies is like right now the whole. I mean, my blank, blanket like fucking understanding of how economics works is we have a currency, and right now we're printing substantially more money than we should be, and so all you're doing is putting. You have like a good and a service, but now you're printing a currency with no backup. You have no gold backup. So it's like
yeah,
all you're doing is ruining money. And that's kind of
yeah,
the beautiful thing with crypto is you can't just print crypto. You know what I mean? You can't just like, oh,
yeah,
here's some crypto. Like, here, you just take, you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be like a government entity just like, oh, let's just let's get a little stimulus and then just, well,
yeah,
yeah, but you're not really helping anybody. You know what I mean? All these stimulus checks, like, yeah, it's all great and well and good and all poor people, whatever. I'm sure yeah, all poor people fucking love that shit, but it's like, well, you're not doing a service to us at all. You're just kind of fucking shit up by throwing money with no back into it.
yeah. Well, because there's some crypto that the founder can just go, here's 1 billion more coins, enter, and just create them out of thin air. But those are the bad coins. And then there's good coins that have like once this work is done, then the coins are distributed and there's a whole system. And there's a finite amount, which is what you want, I feel like, is that finite amount of like 21 million Bitcoin or something, then there'll be no more. That's where you won't have inflation, I feel.
No, yeah, exactly. That's what,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
my understanding and listening to some other people, that's like one of the big
Yeah.
things is it's kind of beautiful getting government out of a currency
Yeah.
because
Decentralized.
because they can do what they're doing now. They just fuck it up. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
The idea that they can just print money is kind of bananas. Like, it just doesn't say. I
Yeah.
get you have to do it, but it's like, but there's nothing there. Well, you can't just
Yeah.
like. I don't know. I was just listening to a whole podcast about Germany after World War One, and that was like That's exactly what they went through. I guess fucking they start printing money out to try to boost the economy up, and they just print it. And I guess they're like one of the main examples of why you don't do this is they ended up before World War II, like a few years before World War II, they ended up to where fucking like a dollar was like what used to be a dollar was worth like $20 million in whatever their currency is. Like it
Uh-huh.
completely, like people were like buying stuff with wheelbarrows full of cash, like a
Yeah.
fucking like a dinner, like, and they just give you fucking hundreds of thousands of dollars because it was absolutely fucking useless. And I like the whole country ended up going back to like bartering systems because
Yeah.
no one gave a fuck. And then they like introduced the second currency to try to like weed out of it. But then the problem is then as a country now you can't like do any trading shit with other countries like bonds, like sell bonds to another country in your currency because then everyone's just like fuck your currency. You know what I mean? Like you're just printing fake money. Like fuck that, and then it just ruins
Yeah.
everything. I didn't really know that about. It was a fun little thing to kind of go down. I didn't know that about Germany. Is
I
after
didn't
the
either.
fucking Treaty of Versailles, that I mean, essentially that's why World War II kind of happened. Is they just got so fucked, and then after 10 years of being railed in the ass, they're just like you fuck the. It's those goddamn Jews. I knew it was the fucking Jews, and just start blaming the Jews. Fucking
Jesus.
yeah. That was a pretty elementary fucking look at that, but it's essentially what
Yeah. Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Essentially what went down.
Well, it's weird that it was like a couple weeks ago that El Salvador, whatever their dollar was, had become so bad that they got rid of it and they adopted Bitcoin as a nationwide currency. So they're two currencies. And if you look up on Wikipedia El Salvador and scroll down to their currency, national currency, it's US dollar and Bitcoin. And then I saw on TikTok or something of whatever their El Salvador dollar was, like a bunch of them just floating around in the street, like with the wind, the street just full of money, but the money now had become worthless and they just abandoned it.
Yeah, I guess there's a bunch of pictures. I didn't see any of them, but the dude I was listening to says there's like a bunch of pictures and stories of the people, like Germans. What they did is they just gave their money to their kids. And it was like it became toys. Like there's like pictures of German kids playing with all this cash, and the parents could give a fuck less. They're just like, yeah, well,
that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen someday.
Yeah.
You can only print it so much. I feel like it'd be weird if there was some sort of like in years from now, some sort of like woke movement of bartering, where you'd be like, we're still spending money, like that's fine, but maybe there's more push for like an exchange of services. Like, if you redo my roof, I'll fucking, like, tutor your kid for a year. Or, like, some weird, like, movement to, like, promote that. I could see it almost working, not on a full scale, obviously, that's too crazy, but, like, 20% of your shit, just try to barter with people. I mean, it doesn't work at, like, Walmart or something, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know who becomes God at that point? And it was funny. The podcast I was listening to was all about it was a cannibal thing that got way off track and explaining what Germany was all about at this time. But
sure.
When shit goes like that, who's the biggest ball and swinging dick on the block? Really, who has the best jobs? No, fucking butchers. You know what I mean? Fucking.
Oh.
You're slinging meat. You're the fucking god. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh shit, guy's slinging meat.
Yeah.
Makes me wish I don't know. I wish I kind of gotten into farming. It would have been cool. It would be pretty cool to know that you can self-sustain. You know what I mean? Like, got cows and fucking chickens, and you got an awesome vegetable garden to where straight up fucking power could get shut off, currency could go in the shit. And you're like, yeah, we're fine. We're fucking fine over here. You know? You got your shotgun, just like, get out of here. Go and get. And just like, leave my cows alone.
Yeah, because people are gonna be coming for that pig.
Yeah,
we just got to get one of his pigs, and we'll be fucking good.
Yeah,
go.
Yeah,
yeah. But that would be cool. I mean, I don't want to kill an animal, but that would be cool to have the ability.
Yeah,
right now,
but if it got down to a barter system, you really would be like, you'd have the best bargaining chips ever. It's like, oh, you want a steak? It's like, oh shit, fuck yeah, I want a steak.
Yeah, go fill my car up, then I'll give it to you.
Yeah, exactly. You get anything you want.
Yeah, because you drop me in the woods right now, I don't know how long I could survive.
Yeah, I'd probably I'm giving you about 2 days. But I probably wouldn't do very good. It matters what I have. 2
days, like less than the amount of time to take to starve out. It'd take you like 7 days to starve, but I would only last 2 days.
Yeah, like, I'm good at fishing, but without a fishing pole and a hook, I don't even know what I'd do. Like, you'd have to try to come up with a netting system, but I don't know how to fucking build a net. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I don't know.
And if you don't have a gun, I don't know how I'm killing something big. You know what I mean? How am I going to fucking get close enough to stab some fucking deer or something like that? Ain't going to fucking happen. Your best bet's probably just digging a big hole with a bunch of spikes at the bottom of it, and just hope for the best. I don't know. I don't know what else you'd do.
You have like a few hours left to live, and you're watching the deer, and it just walks right past your pit.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
You just stand in a creek and just look down in the creek and wait for the fish to come by. And as soon as it comes by,
the old Indian trick.
Yeah.
Supposedly, you fucking hold your hands out, and then the fish comes by, and you tickle the belly, and they seize up, and you can throw them out of the river. That's supposedly the fucking word on the street. I've never done it. Don't have the patience for that shit.
I'll just try to find some huckleberries. That's my strategy.
Live off huckleberries, just be fucking squirting toots fucking as you're walking down the street for the rest of your life. Dude, did you... I don't know if you call this a proverb or fucking... Do you hear proverbs or like old sayings and then they like hit you? Like you actually realize what they're talking about? And then it makes you feel weird. You're like, man, my whole life I've heard this over and over and over again. And now I actually kind of understand what they're talking about. And like, why didn't I think about that before? Like, you know what I mean?
No, but I notice it when I listen to music that I used to listen to and I catch something new.
The one that
proverb.
I believe this came from the Bible, but fucking don't cast pearls before swine or whatever. You've heard that one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, what does that mean to you? If someone says that, do you have any idea what they're talking about? Or like,
don't cast pearls before swine?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, not even like deep. Like, what does that mean to you? Like, what do you picture? Do you picture a scene in your head?
Throwing pearls at a pig.
Okay. See, I hadn't even gotten to that point in my head. I don't know why, but throwing pearls before swine, I didn't even logically think about that. Like, I've heard that saying a bunch, right? You've heard that a bunch, right?
No.
You've never heard someone say you've never heard that before?
I feel like I've heard it, but it's not like a thing you hear every fucking day.
Well, not every day, but I mean, I've had to have heard that 20, 30 times in my life.
Okay. What's it mean?
Well, okay, just like right off the top of the head. When someone would say that, I don't know, those words wouldn't even register to me, and I wouldn't be thinking about pigs at all. Don't throw pearls before swine. I don't know. I'd for some reason in my mind, you say that group of words, don't throw pearls before swine. I start thinking about like sewing. I don't know why, but that makes me think of like weaving or something like that. Like, don't throw pearls before swine. I don't know. And like, but then when you really think about it, oh, they're legitimately talking about throwing pearls before pigs. Like, oh, okay. And what I guess what it is, the idea is like, it's essentially like stop helping people that won't help themselves, kind of, or like know when to walk away from a situation. Like, it's just pointless. Like, don't throw pearls before swine. It's useless what you're doing to help this person. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
So like if someone's just like drinking like 18 beers a night and they don't want to get sober,
then you got to stop offering and help and just cut them off
until they one day say that they want help.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you have anybody in your life like that, you should probably heed that advice.
Yeah. Don't throw pearls before swine. Yeah.
Yeah. I know all my shit's been pretty random today, but that was just something that I thought was interesting. I don't know. I love learning little fucking proverb things like that. I think that's considered a proverb, right? It's a proverb.
I mean, I don't know if it's from the Bible.
It is from the Bible. It's Matthew.
Is it?
It's 8:7. Yeah. There's like a longer part to it. It's like, don't throw pearls before swine, lest when you turn around you'll get bit. Or it's like a longer thing, but what like stands the test of time is just the don't throw pearls before swine.
So does that apply to like giving money to homeless people?
No, supposedly there's like a story that kind of goes along with it, and it's about, I don't know Bible stories, but it's about like, and I guess it's kind of a controversial one because like a lot of people don't understand what he's saying, and it's kind of a dick thing in the Bible. Is like, supposedly, I don't know who the characters are, but this dude's like leaving this house, and then someone calls for help, and the dude is just like, no. And then just leaves and like leaves this dude in a bad situation or whatever. And a lot of people like read that part of the Bible and they're like, well, that's kind of fucked up. Why would they put that, And it's like, well, if you really dig deeper into that, it's, it has to do with this. Don't throw pearls before swine. Like, even I think they were family members or something like that. And it's like, well, even family, it's like, you do what you can, but at a certain point, you just say fuck off. You know what I mean? Like, I'm done wasting my life trying to fucking help you if you won't help yourself.
They said that this storm we had with the tornado was worse than Noah.
Oh, did
worse
they?
Than
the tornado?
Yeah. The worse than the Noah storm that flooded the earth.
Next week, you're
Allegedly.
not allowed to say tornado. Like, you're not allowed to talk about tornadoes.
Well, that's going to be tough.
I know.
And the story about Jonah being swallowed by a whale and living in there for like 30 days, I'm not buying it.
I forget about that story. I forget about that.
I don't think you could live inside a whale for how many days he did.
I feel
like there's no oxygen.
No. No, there's some whale to eat, I guess. So, you got some whale food.
He was in there like hanging out, walking around. Like, no. I'm called bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a good story, but.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I guess with that story, like the weather was so bad on the ship that they had to throw him overboard, and then the weather calmed down. And I'll tell you what, if I was in that situation, I'd throw that motherfucker overboard too. I would not do well out on the open seas in bad weather. I'll tell you that. That would not be a good situation.
Yeah.
I say chuck him.
You have a hard time with fucking hail, and you're freaking the fuck out. Now put you out in the fucking, I don't know, Baltic Sea or some shit like that, fucking splashing around.
On some fucking, like, Mayflower ship? Fuck you. That would be terrifying. Just rocking back and forth.
Yeah.
Ugh. I mean, I probably wouldn't do well on, like, an aircraft carrier today, let alone some wooden fucking hunk of shit. Barely fucking screwed together. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
What else you got, buddy?
So, just trying to think of what movie I'm going to do next for the movie show.
Yeah.
I thought of this movie, and it just popped into my head. And this is a movie that I swore off of a long time ago because it sort of scarred me. And I was thinking of the movie, and I'm like, I wonder if Erick's seen that movie. And I'm like, you know what? If I had to put money on it, I would say he's seen it. He's like the right age and the right, like, former lifestyle. He's probably seen this movie. But that movie fucked me up. And it'd be an interesting movie to cover on the movie show.
Okay, I have a feeling I know where you're going, but go ahead.
So, this movie called The Rules of Attraction.
Yeah, that wasn't what I thought you were going to say. And it's been a hot minute since I've seen that movie, but I do remember watching it.
That movie's fucked up sometimes. That'd be a weird movie to talk about.
There's definitely
God, that movie's weird.
There's definitely some lanes if you're looking for weird movies. Have you ever seen A Scanner Darkly?
No.
It's with Keanu Reeves. Fucking, that's a weird one. Have you seen Waking Life?
No.
That one's nutty. It's like they're trying to like capture what it's like to be in a dream in a movie, and it's like all animated. But there's like supposedly part of it you're not in a dream, but like it just everything. It's like a fucking gnarly acid trip of a movie, and like a lot of no. It's like it's like a dude. It's such a random movie. It's like these two dudes will just be talking, and then the dude's face will like slowly start like changing. You know what I mean? And like doing different stuff, and then all of a sudden it'll like he'll wake up and just be like, and it'll be like a totally different situation. And then he'll be like talking to someone else, and then he'll just start like floating off the ground. You know what I mean? Like, and like trying to grab onto the fucking thing on the door. And then that'll like, he'll go into a cloud, and then he'll just be like instantly into like another conversation. And he'll just be like, yeah. And it's just it's like Waking Life. It's like this dude trying to figure out if he's in a dream or not. It's a fucking weird movie. It's been a minute. But it's, I don't know. It's in that realm of fucking weird movies. Like fucking, what's the two big ones? The heroin, like, I don't know. I originally thought you were going to talk about the one where fucking, where she's getting fucking gangbanged at the end.
Yeah, I forget.
You got the Clockwork Orange, and then the other one, fucking,
but kind of newer.
Definitely newer than A Clockwork Orange. Yeah, but like I think a
Yeah.
90s movie. Fucking, they're all doing heroin. You ever seen Train
Yeah.
Spotting?
Yeah. I've seen
I don't
Trainspotting.
know, like that realm. That's why I thought you were going that way. But from what I
That
remember, Laws of Attraction is pretty. Isn't that about like suicide or something like that? Like, didn't someone try to
Well,
commit
it's
suicide in it?
rules of attraction. So weird story. When I worked at the restaurant, I forget you're gonna kill me not remembering the name of that movie. And there's like that grandma that's always sitting there watching television and it's fucking with her head. Anyway.
Yeah. There's like a game show constantly that she
Yeah.
thinks is
Yeah.
going on.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, no, that's gonna drive me nuts.
It's like the butterfly effect or something, but it's not that. Um. So when I worked at the restaurant, this cook who works there, this weirdo guy, was like, he's like, you should watch the movie Rules of Attraction, and I was like, all right, I'll download it. So I downloaded. I went to search to what to download, and I typed in Laws of Attraction. Well, there's a difference between the movie Rules of Attraction and Laws of Attraction. And he's like, the movie's so fucked up, man. And I'm like, sweet, I'll watch it. And I downloaded Laws of Attraction, and Laws of Attraction is this romantic comedy with Pierce Brosnan, who Eric likes because he played James Bond. So I downloaded Laws of Attraction. I was watching this Pierce Brosnan romantic comedy, and the whole movie.
No, that's not Pierce Brosnan.
No. In this movie, Laws of Attraction.
No, I know.
He plays a lawyer, and the whole time I was waiting
No,
for
that's
this.
not Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, it is.
No,
and I was,
it's it's the other guy.
Pierce Brosnan's in the movie. But I kept waiting for it to get really fucked up, and I watched the whole movie, and it just ended like a romantic comedy. And
Okay,
I'm like,
never mind.
well, that wasn't fucked up at all. So I went back to work, and I told him, I'm like, dude, that wasn't fucked up. It was Pierce Brosnan romantic comedy. He's like, that's Laws of Attraction. I meant Rules of Attraction. I was like, oh, fuck. So then I downloaded Rules of Attraction, and then I was like, oh, yeah, that was fucked up. No, there's like a suicide scene in a bathtub, but then the weird thing is like this girl, this actress Susan Sossaman or something, who I liked a lot. She was in like A Knight's Tale, 40 Days and 40 Nights, and Rules of Attraction. There's just like a rape scene with her, like this weird party rape scene, and I'm like, dude, fuck that.
Oh,
Fuck
finally
this
got it. Requiem for a Dream. That's what
Yeah.
we're doing with that.
I'm not doing that because I'm not watching that movie again.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of all in the same. If you're some weird, fucked up, weirdo, you like all that shit.
What about One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Do you like that movie?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. When you really get I
one of the
watched
greatest
it a
movies of all
while
time.
ago, and I didn't get like as invested in the movie. But I've watched that movie before and like had the lights down low and got like really into that movie. And fuck, dude, the end of that movie like made me cry. It was just too much. Like the whole Indian
Ugh.
dude, like fucking, it's just like, oh my god. Yeah, when he comes out and they fucking permanently shocked him, it's like, yeah, it's like the saddest thing ever. It's like, fuck, man. Just
I think they
having
gave him
some
a
fun.
lobotomy.
Yeah, they fry his brain and then he's all fucked up.
Yeah.
And then he's like just a vegetable. And then the Indian dude kills him, fucking puts the pillow over his head because he's like, he doesn't want to live like this. You know what I mean? Kills him and then fucking runs away. It's fucking sad as shit.
Yeah.
All because of that bitch, that fucking bitch at the end. Then you're like mad at the bitch, the nurse
nurse?
lady. Yeah. Because she
Nurse
like,
Ratchet.
Nurse Ratchet. Yep.
Medication time.
Yeah.
And it's weird in the beginning of that movie. It hasn't aged well. Where he's like, they're talking about like having sex with 15-year-olds or something. He's like, "Come on, Doc, you know how it is." And it's like, well, this was clearly the 80s.
Yeah,
Or
I don't remember
70s or
that.
something.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah. Medication time. No, Nurse Ratchet, I want my cigarettes. My cigarettes. I'm not doing that movie.
Yeah.
But I might do Rules of Attraction if I'm feeling fucked up.
You ever seen Pie?
American Pie?
No, Pie. Like,
No.
it's the symbol. Like pie.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, that one's not. I'm going through a list of 100 craziest movies, and Pie's not on here. But it's about It's been a fucking hot minute since I've seen this movie. Someone in high school told me to watch that movie. They're like, "Oh, you want to see the craziest movie of all time? It's Pi." And so this movie, it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute since I've seen it, but the idea is, and it's an old movie, pretty old fucking movie, but like the idea is this dude. I'm pretty sure he's like a Jew. It's like a lot of Jewish people in the movie, and fucking this dude has like this like equation that he's memorized in his head. And it's like has something to do with God or something like that. And it's like this crazy equation. And then all these smart people like want this equation. I don't know, but it's like this whole thing. And the dude ends up fucking drilling his fucking in the movie, like takes a drill to his head and just fucking like, it's this weird fucking math movie. Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
I don't like weird movies. I really don't. Like they start, it's too much. Like, Train Spotting when the fucking little baby's crawling across the scene. It's just like, I don't want to watch this shit.
Yeah. But I mean, like The Shining's like weird, just the right amount of weird enough for me.
On that list, The Shining wasn't on it, but the other one, the one I haven't watched yet that you said, Doctor Strangelove or
Doctor Sleep.
Oh, maybe it was a different movie.
But I love Doctor Strangelove. It's one of my favorite movies.
Wait, what's Doctor Strangelove about?
It's an older movie. It's about, I don't know. It's about a plane who's carrying a nuke, and it gets orders to drop the nuke, and then like the radio communications cut off. So the whole time the plane's going on this mission, and they're trying to be like, we got to contact this plane and tell them to stop it. But they're like, they got the orders to do it, so they're doing it, and then. The whole thing is that there's this scientist named Dr. Strangelove, and the movie's called Dr. Strangelove, but he doesn't really appear till the end of the movie, but he was an old Nazi scientist that the Americans took when they took over Nazi Germany. So he's on our side now, and the end of the movie, he delivers this huge speech monologue that's the fucking funniest thing, one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It is hilarious. It's a great movie.
It's an old movie. Fucking 1964.
Yeah. I love it. We watched it in school once, and I was like, this is fucking amazing. Just the speech he delivers at the end is I can't watch it without just dying laughing. He's so funny. Because he still has like these Nazi things that keep coming up in the speech and stuff, and it's just fucking crazy. It's a great movie.
I'll have to check it out. Dude, there's a bunch of movies. I'm going through top 100 on IMDb, craziest movies. There's like a grip of movies I've never even heard of on here. A lot of them from like the 60s and 70s. And I wonder how gnarly they are.
Butterfly Effect's a pretty fucked up movie.
I think that was on here. Sling Blade's on there. I don't know if I would say that's that crazy of a movie. Fucking love Sling Blade.
That's a good one.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking Clint Eastwood movies are on here, which I haven't watched very many Clint Eastwood movies.
I wonder if Parasite would be on there.
I think it was. It's
It's a fucked up movie.
Well, you ready to wrap this bitch up?
Yeah, I am. I got shit to do, man.
I got shit to do,
It's gonna be a crazy
too.
day.
Okay, sorry it was a short one, guys. We love you. Episode 60 in the books, Erick and Brad Show. You can email us at erickandbradshow@gmail.com. We love y'all. We hope you have a good one, and we'll see you next week. Okay, bye.
Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me. must be out your mind. Lot of signs, smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar signs. Try and take it from me. Big time. I got a lot of shine. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of grind. Try and take it from me, must be out your mind. Oh, I'm big time, lot of shine. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try and take it from me, from me, from me, from me. Big time, number 9. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of grind. Try and take it from me, must be out your mind. Oh, I'm big time, lot of times.